Hello, my name's Andersen. I'm a senior at George Mason University, graduating in December of 2020. My major is Human Development and Family Science with a concentration in Family Research Policy and Advocacy, and I also have a minor in American Sign Language. I'm also in the Honors College at George Mason. So for fun, outside of schoolwork, I like to do music, mostly music composition. I like to sing and play piano, and I'm also in a band. And then for work, I am a family aide to a family with a teenager on the autism spectrum, and I also am an independent contractor with Form Families Forward, which is a nonprofit organization that works with adoptive, kinship, and foster care families. So my favorite course in the Honors College is actually one that I'm taking this semester. It's Honors 260, and the section is called Leadership, Civility, and Personal Responsibility. It's taught by Charles Thomas, and I've just learned a lot in that class about being a leader, not only in organizations, but in my everyday interactions with people. We learn that everyone can be a leader, not only in powerful positions or leadership, quote-unquote, positions, but we can all be leaders in every decision that we make in our lives. So I really like this class because I've been learning a lot of practical knowledge that I can use and apply in the real world, and that I can also grow from on a personal level. During my time at George Mason, I've completed 2 internships. The first one was at Hayfield Secondary School, and it lasted 2 semesters. I was a peer mentor there, so I basically worked with some students one-on-one on anything that they wanted to talk about or improve upon. I also spent a lot of time observing and working with the school counselors there, which was very meaningful for me because being a school counselor is something that I'm interested in, so that just provided a lot of perspective for me. My second internship was over the summer of 2020, and I worked with Form Families Forward, which is where I work now. And for my final project, I compiled a website of resources for families and schools to communicate effectively in a virtual environment. So in terms of what I've learned at Mason and how I've applied this to the real world, as I said, my major is Human Development and Family Science with a concentration in Family Research Policy and Advocacy. So I've learned a lot about how policies are impacting families, but also in addition to that, I've learned a lot about mental health and individual development. So with this knowledge that I've gained about organizing things to make lasting change, I've actually organized benefit concerts in my hometown for suicide prevention. And over the summer of 2018 and the summer of 2019, we actually raised about $3,500 for suicide prevention. In terms of my plans for after graduation, initially I was planning on getting my master's immediately after graduating, but now with everything that's happened with the coronavirus, I just want to graduate and focus on working probably in a nonprofit organization. I would really like to work with marginalized groups and focus on bringing equity to everyone. That being said, once I do decide to get my master's, I would like to get a dual degree in clinical social work and conflict resolution, which is actually offered at George Mason. So I would like to get my master's here. And once I do that, I would like to go into the counseling arena, either as a school counselor or anything of that sort.